Hey, Jonathan, how are you doing today?
Excellent. How are you, Alan?
Good. The other day we were talking about this, how to do this financing and how it actually can help people out. But I've also heard that there are people that choose not to do it, even though it's maybe like a negative. So, can you give me a couple of scenarios of like that?
Yeah, I sure can. So one of them I think of is Bill and Margie. They're both like 77 and they were born in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. They both went to University of Michigan where they met. They found out they have a ton in common, at least being that they were born just 5 days apart and only a couple towns over from one another. Well, they ended up getting married, and after 57 years of marriage and three children, they have eight grandchildren, but they're finding themselves at a crossroads financially. They're concerned about their lifestyle, their future lifestyle going forward. See, they have investment accounts and they have Social Security, but these investment accounts have been like falling like a brick, right? And Bill tells me that right now they're down 35% so far this year, but the government keeps making them take out withdrawals from it because they're 70 years or older. Bill keeps calling this double dipping because he's like, goes down twice as fast when the market is making my investment account go down, and then I'm having to withdraw money on it as well while it's down in price. So
Right.
yeah, it ends up being a problem. So or they see it being a problem because their investment account is going away really fast. Um, Margie and Bill are trying to figure out options or were trying to figure out options for themselves. And one of the things they were considering was just giving up their Florida winter vacation home because that in itself was costing them $800 a month in rental fees. So they're looking for other solutions to the problems, and they want to maintain their lifestyle. So Margie kept wondering aloud to me, like, how are we supposed to have known that we'd need this kind of money in retirement, that we'd get like hit by um, our expenses skyrocketing because inflation is skyrocketing so much, while our investment accounts are falling and the interest rates are going through the roof. How is a person when they're younger supposed to see a situation like this happening in their older age? Like you can't. You just have to. You hopefully can save as much as you can in it to begin with, but in the end, maybe there's a solution that can help you. You're older and
So,
find yourself in this position.
so how can what you do help these folks?
Well, what I have is a government-backed program. It's called a lifestyle home loan. This home loan is something the government has come up with that they're trying to get people so they're able to age in place, age in their homes. Um, how it works is it's a ends up being a mortgage, but the unique feature of this mortgage is that you don't actually have to make a monthly payment on it. So what that ended up meaning to Bill and Margie is they were able to save 750 a month in mortgage payment. So by not having to do that 750 a month in mortgage payment, you can see that alleviated the problem or alleviated their monthly cash flow problem so that they could keep that vacation home. And Bill indicated to me it was important to G and him that they took steps now to prepare for their financial futures and not just leave it up to their kids. They love their kids, but they realize it can be a burden or a hardship for them to have to step in and make the decisions for Margie and Bill. So they thought it was important that they take care of it now before things get, too far along and they can't make those decisions for themselves.
Okay, so what about the other situation?
The other situation, so for Margie and Bill, they ended up doing the lifestyle home loan. And that has, alleviated that problem for them, getting that extra $750 a month in cash flow. Versus I had another couple, Steve and Cindy, they have kind of a similar situation in a way. Steve and Cindy, Steve is 74 and Cindy is 60, and she's been taking care of a elderly lady, 93 years old, for the last 4 years, making about $3,000 a month. And unfortunately, that just went away because that lady Cindy was taking care of has passed away. And so now Steve and Cindy are just looking at trying to live off of Steve's Social Security income and his pension income. And they also have a mortgage, and they have all this, about $22,000 in debt built up. So I proposed a solution for them with using a lifestyle home loan that would actually save them $720 a month in mortgage payment. Now, before they were always just kind of treading water, and they maybe creating a little bit of debt on the every month, which has resulted in $22,000 in debt. Well, I have a plan for them. If they can get rid of that mortgage payment every month of $720 and with the lifestyle home loan, and instead take that $720 and apply it towards that $22,000 debt every month, paying that down. So over a 31-month time frame, they should be able to pay that, get rid of their other debts. And so why that would be nice for them is Cindy is 60, and so even by the time she's 62 plus, not even 63, they should be able to get it so they'd have no debt. And then she can apply and get Social Security herself. And then with Steve's Social Security and his pension plan, now they're sitting there with no debt, and they have these three forms of income. So they will be better off than they've ever been in their whole lives by taking out this lifestyle home loan, using the savings that they were going to have to pay in the mortgage, $720 a month before they were paying it to the bank. Now they're using it to pay down their debt, get themselves out of debt free by the time she can retire, which is important to both her and especially Steve, because he feels so bad for his wife, because her feet have started bothering her the last couple of years, and it's hard for her to work full time. He really wants to be able to take that burden away from her. But unfortunately, here's what happened. So I had this great plan for them, I thought, and they were liking it at first, but then Cindy happens to talk to a friend, goes, whoa, well, that's how, that they're going to control the equity in your house now, and you won't be able to do anything going forward. And so they got scared and decided maybe we shouldn't do this because the bank.
But that's not really true. You're not really controlling their equity like that. That's a false assumption.
Yeah, it's exactly. See, it's one of those cases where you kind of listen to a friend who might not know the whole story rather than somebody who does. And no, when you take out this lifestyle home loan, you still control all your options, and you get the equity. It's a mortgage, just like any mortgage. And if you sell the house, the mortgage has to be paid off, but you get the equity that's available, or your heirs get the equity that's available.
So it's actually financial planning for the last third of your life. That's
You-
right.
Exactly. That's what I'd come up with, a good financial plan here for the next 3 years, the next 31 months of getting them out of debt by eliminating that mortgage.
Right.
But unfortunately, the fear that was created with talking to somebody who didn't know what was going on, so they ended up, Cindy and Steve end up with a totally different story, even though they're somewhat similar circumstances than Bill and Margie had.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to talk more about this at another time. I got to get going here, Jonathan. But hey, thanks for talking to me about this today.
Yeah, thank you for your time, and I appreciate your attention. And yeah, I hope you found that helpful.